Are you ready? Let's get it. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Yes, this is your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show, your friendly neighborhood Muslim. Peace and blessings to all, and keep up the lessons to all. Yes. Okay, I'm here today again in my business sector. If you don't already notice, anytime you see, my screen, it has the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the arcs for the different levels of value arcs or what have you. Pretty much that means that I'm in the business and finance slash big cryptocurrency area of or segment of my video in my show, the Brother Taalib Show. But also before that, don't forget to thumbs up and click that like button and subscribe. And subscription, again, as I've said to many of you who come upon viewing my videos, is to get yourself involved in the whole space with me, because this whole space is online. It's in the internet. It's in the social media arena right now, as far as what's going on in the news and the things that are happening. And if you want to be into the know about not just cryptocurrency, but just business and what's going on in business and the changes in really in relation to technology, is phenomenal right now. It's truly phenomenal. So you have to be plugged in, and plug in with me, because I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to break it down to where you can understand it, what's going on a more simplistic level. I'm going to bring it to the Muslim brothers and sisters that are of my faith on that level, with our faith being the balance level of dealing with it. Of course, respectable. You won't hear me cussing and stuff like this in these. I mean, not everybody cares about that. That's to each his own. But I try to keep it respectful. But also, I can also bring it in terms of where people that come from the community that I grew up in hip hop culture, if you want to say, and the streets, as far as without the vulgar language, I could keep it on that level to bring certain, like, as they call, ebonics kind of way that you can understand. You know what I mean? And I'm from New York. If you don't already know, XRP is one of my main focuses of interest in investment, and I'm also trying to get those of you to come on in and get down with it. Let's go, let's make this money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but pretty much, that's what's going on. But I'm gonna bring you into the news today. I have a video that I follow this person. He's really very informative. His show is very informative. The name of the show, let me get the name real quick to make sure for sure I don't want to bring it to you incorrectly. Is Paul Barron Network. That's the network that it is. And the show, hold on for a second, is Tech Path. Okay, so basically he's bringing on a congressman. Yeah. And one of the congressmen that actually had an interview with Gary Gensler, the Goon Gensler, as we call. That's going to be my name. You'll be hearing me say the Goon from now on, because of his antics, of his actions, his antics, and what he's doing. And he's just a glitch in the works right now. He's trying to be that Gestapo, head, like what do you call? I guess you could say not a pawn, more than a pawn, a rook on a chess game, or moving around and trying to protect the king and the queen and stuff like that. And it's just ridiculous, because the king and queen are, of course, the elites, are the powers that be, and then banking systems and stuff like that. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it real and clear, okay? And this congressman gets into it a little bit on a political correct level. He doesn't really come at you with all the super technicalities and trying to be a super intellectual speaker, but he also comes a little more on, and he doesn't try to come with what a lot of people, they call it, that are in that arena, in the political arena of things, that they try to say conspiracy theory, especially the mainstream media, and promote conspiracy theorists. Anybody who speaks against the government or the people at the top or the elites and all these different people that are like power mongers and controllers of the people in the world, not even let alone here in America. The Gestapos, the powers that be. You know what I mean? They don't want to go too deep, so they try to paint anybody who goes too deep to stay away from there. They're afraid of the people and the powers that be, and they don't want to be harmed, which is the worst that can happen. Killed off and assassinated or whatever all that stuff that people say is conspiracy theory. But the history proves itself. There's so much shows, documentaries. There's so much recording, leaks of records and leaks of things that have taken place. John F. Kennedy assassinations, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the backing of the people who was involved, all these what do you call it, agencies that were underhandedly doing these things, maneuvers, and it's been corrupt. And this agency, SEC, there's corruption there. And it's clear, and I'm putting it out there. I don't care. I'm not worried about that. I'm just a low cut dude anyway. They don't care about me. But I just want to get to who I can get to so you can stay aware, and then you know what you're dealing with. And then you know how to maneuver through the cracks and crevices. I'm not here to be, I'm not, some people might say anti-government, isn't it? No, I'm anti-corruption within government, and I'm for reform in government. I'm for making sure stuff is right. Just like my man, the digital asset investor in his show. And, I all shout outs to him because he always comes on the level. He's not trying to kill or make it like it was a war against the cryptocurrencies, but he's against the corruption of the people allowing one particular cryptocurrency to go forth in this SEC case. Has been showing of the trickle down effect and the leaks is showing that this is what was happening before the actual initial case was brought to court, before they were sued and the likes of this. Ripple was sued. So basically, the congressman, go back to the point, congressman, his name is Congressman Tom Emmer, I think it is, or Emmer, and he's in an interview with this guy, Paul Barron, and he speaks on the issues dealing with the crypto, which is pretty much crypto versus SEC regulation case, or and the SEC is not just, and he speaks a little bit about that. The SEC, and that's why I touched on this video, and it's very good because we see one of our leaders, in our political leaders in the country, that have our back in to say that have the cryptocurrency, the digital currency investors, and excluding CBDCs because that has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. They're different. That's governmental aspirations of what they would like to have as far as digital currency is concerned. So that's a whole nother story. But we, as the cryptocurrency community as a whole, not just the different currency communities that are from any particular currency, basically we all want continued adoption. We all want regulatory clarity. We all want things to go forward. We all want innovation to continue to evolve and go forth, so that we, as a people who are struggling to get back past that struggle and get to a point where we're breathing, and we're not suppressed. You understand me? We're not being choked out because the system, the powers that be that have been for years with their, most of them old fogey dudes and women too, that have that totalitarian mentality. Oh, I've got this money and I've gained business in my family. We were all, strong business people, and we worked hard to get out. So everybody else has to do it as well. Okay, yeah, we do have to all work hard to get what, but don't be a suppressor of me working hard. I work hard to take my money that I work and to invest in a cryptocurrency, to keep it simple. I work hard for my money and I invested in cryptocurrency. So I should be able and have ease without a stifling type of agency as the SEC. And and you elites in the background are continuously with your evil mentality of being suppressive. Oh, forgive me, I'm sorry. I got a little emotional there. But it's emotional in a way as well. This is an emotional thing. It is not just, I even heard digital investor. He said he doesn't mean to curse, but he ended up curse. Some of the other guys and people are coming at people who are being a little too extreme. Moon Lambeau, he was talking, and shout outs to him, and he's a balanced guy, and I like him too. Crypto Chiz, he does his thing. Quincy, my bro in this industry, he is a top liner as far as when it comes to knowledge of data, programming and trying to put networks together and build on the networks of the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology and industry. So right now, this is what the congressman is speaking about, evolution in that area. So we're very emotional about this. Yes, we are. And we really want things to get, to stop. We want this stuff that's going on to stop, and, hopefully we'll get some regulatory clarity soon. And that's what we're trying to do. That's just what we're trying to do here. So hold on for a second. I'm going to get this video going. Just give me a quick sec. And
all right, so diving in today, of course, on the topic of crypto and blockchain regulatory issues as it's facing the industry point blank. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back to Tech Path. Joining me today is, of course, Mr. Tom Emmer, Congressman, coming out of the 6th District of Minnesota, but looks like you're in D.C., Congressman.
I am. Thanks for having me, Paul.
Good to have you back. Let's get into a little bit about the blockchain task force. Congressman, I know you lead that. Where are you guys in terms of the current status of what activities are going on, kind of some of the issues and initiatives that are underway?
Well, the task force, you're talking about the blockchain caucus, because the task force is, that's, when you say that, Paul, that brings back the task force.
Okay, well, basically, he's the congressman is talking about the task force. As far as Paul Barron, I think Paul Barron was speaking about the task force that's connected with the blockchain caucus. And so he's getting into about what the blockchain caucus is, kind of, and seems to be an organization that is dealing with this form of technology that is the basic motor of digital cryptocurrencies, the best to say. All right, so let's continue. Hold on for a second. Ready.
On the committee, the blockchain caucus is a group of Republican and Democrat members who have an interest in blockchain technology and what it's fostered across this country. It was originally started, by the way, by people like Mick Mulvaney and Dave Schweikert and Jared Polis, the current governor of Colorado. Very small back then, Paul. It's grown quite a bit. The blockchain caucus is now the go-to in Congress when it comes to issues that involve blockchain, which primarily in the last couple of months has been crypto. ever
Yeah.
since the Senate and Senator Portman decided to try to tax a a very broad tax that they put in, which isn't going to generate what they think it's going to generate, the 27 billion. Uh, Guess what? A lot of people in Washington, D.C. learned a lot in a very short period of time about blockchain technology and about crypto that uses it and other.
Okay, so so you hear what he's saying. Basically, let me just go see something real quick. I want to kind of go back a little bit. Okay, hold on for a second. Hold on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's correct.
Tom is on the phone.
Okay, hold
So
on for a second. Let me try
Alright.
to get this going again. Also, I apologize. My wife is stepping in, so you guys don't worry about that. Okay, so what we were saying, he basically has the Senate, as far as the Congress, they're all talking about the issues that are going on, and pretty much, hey, how you doing? And they pretty much going on the issues that the blockchain is very, there's a lot of opportunity there. Pretty much to say, there's a lot of opportunity and potential for growth in a new emerging industry that there's plenty of space for people to benefit in several ways, business wise, besides just making money. So basically, and infrastructural contribution, to help to stabilize America's infrastructure that has been affected by the old types of technology that have been used to run different types of infrastructure, or that has been used to assist certain infrastructural systems to be used in America, whether it's hospital recording and even court recording. You have the financial areas of these institutions. How the money goes and how people have been in court or even brought to charges upon money laundering and these are people who were in positions or they was embezzling money in political positions, like not necessarily, can't say congressman. I haven't heard anything big like that. Most of the stuff that they talk about is with congressmen and presidents and this and that is people giving them money, giving them gifts and all that conspiracy, that controversial as far as possible charges or going into court for, but mainly like the real stuff, the real raw stuff of people actually taking money out of the budget and the monies that are there in the budgets for per se state or city, commissioners and stuff like that. So pretty much this what this congressman is talking about. He's talking about what they've been discussing as far as the Senate, and then he goes into, let me see, hold on, let me see.
Promising opportunities. I'll put it this way, Paul. When a U.S. senator, gets 40,000 calls in one day from the community, the industry, people that.
Yeah, and so they're saying that investors, 40,000, high numbers of people that invest, and they calling the senator's office or something like this, and these senators or these people that are in these positions are like, whoa, this is a lot of people that are highly invested into the cryptocurrency, you know, uh, opportunity that they have out here, and I didn't notice, you know. So he's like letting it be known that they're coming to know, and they're growing in knowledge of as far as what's going on and how much it has to be, you know, really taken serious now and taken into consideration, and that there has to be some attention given into it where they would start acting upon making legislation that's going to work with the growth and its emergence, which is very, very fast emergence that they're saying, very, very, you know, steadily growing, you know, increasing at high rate industry and opportunity and, you know, innovation. So we have to, you know, we have to take heed, and that's what he's talking about as a whole in this nation, let alone throughout the world. We don't want to be like China, you know, and he even speaks on that as well. So let me see where he's at right now on that. For a second.
From the community, the industry, people that are investors and others, they take notice. So
Sure.
again, the Blockchain Caucus is great because we were already there. We're the go-to for information when it comes to this sort of thing in Congress.
How are you, with the Blockchain Caucus, how are you guys keeping up with some of the massive changes that we're seeing both in the technology, but also some of the companies? You know, obviously we've seen all
Members'
Yeah,
office.
I'm sorry,
You know, the
I
Blockchain
apologize for
Caucus
that.
is where a group of members
Yeah,
who
when I
are similarly
move my
interested in a
screen,
topic
kind of pretty much.
actually can start to compare notes, and you can form.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. When I moved my screen, it kind of changed the function, so it kind of stopped the video. All right, hold on for a second.
Formulate some strategies and policies that you agree on. But literally, the question you just asked.
Forgive me for the noise in the background. That's my AC, and it's on again, so I apologize to that. Hold on.
Is dependent on an individual member and his or her staff. You want to keep up. It's about the people you surround yourself with in the office, because you can only do so much. And that really
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to cue it up and make sure I'm in the right place. So then, hold on. Get back to okay, so it's there now.
is where a group of members who are similarly interested in a topic actually can start to compare notes, and you can formulate some strategies and policies that you agree on. But literally, the question you just asked is dependent on an individual member and his or her staff.
So pretty much what he's doing, he's talking about educating the people, especially other senators, other of his colleagues and stuff like this, because the more that he becomes, or the more that they make, which I can see from where he's coming from, make more of them aware, the better and support that there will be to bringing regulatory clarity, not regulation by enforcement, like your man Gary the Goon Gensler and his constituents, the people who followed with him, and then you had the guy who actually was in his position and left and started the whole thing. I can't remember his name, and it's a reason why, I guess, because he just really doesn't matter. So this is what he's talking about. But I'm going to try to go push the video a little forward, and because I only have, I pretty much don't have that much time left. I want to get this video done.
you want to keep up. It's about the people you surround yourself with in the office, because you can only do so much. And that really is one of the strengths that we have in my office. It's the people that are doing the work. Literally, we put out with Lizzie in my office every Friday a newsletter on crypto and what's happened. For
Let's see if we can move it up a little bit.
working with the staff, and it's a fast-moving area, as you know, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. Congressman, we had a chance to watch your interview and exchange with Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, in reference to his positioning of really, one, regulating crypto and in general digital assets, blockchain technology. You kind of put him on the hot seat a couple of times. Your position on his understanding, do you believe that the SEC truly
So pretty much, I'm sorry, I
understands
paused it.
what they are taking on right now in terms of trying to regulate what's happening in blockchain and crypto technology?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
Okay, so pretty much he's speaking about this interview, and this interview was something else for me too, because you feel like you want to be there and you want to just like be in the conversation along with the congressman and kind of assisting him. But the congressman did pretty well in handling Gary the Goon Gensler, and the Goon he's a goon, and goons play games, and they try to maneuver on people and get over and do people wrong, and make them look like they're all good. You know what I mean? Nothing's wrong with them. So, but pretty much there's a lot wrong with him, and what he was doing was really, really, deceitful. And he tried to pull the wool over the people, and a lot of what he's doing is like the congressman even mentions later that it's contradictory to what the basis or the actual function is of the SEC, and what is for the public, what is for the people. They're a civil service agency. It's not just a government agency, and they forget about that. They forget that they work for us. They work for the people. This is what it's supposed to be: democracy. It's not work for the government, communism, or totalitarian fascism type of thing. Come on, man. We gotta get it together. But let's let the congressman speak a little bit, and we'll start kind of like shutting it down a little bit. Hold on. Let's back to it again.
I think you could attribute Chair Gensler's remarks to ignorance, because he believes that almost all tokens are securities within his purview.
Right.
I adamantly disagree, and I think the community would disagree. That most of us would say the vast majority.
Now he's saying that. I'm sorry, I paused it again. He's saying that Gary Gensler is a very intelligent guy. He's saying that the people all together. Hold on, let me see. He's trying to talk about what he's done. You know what I mean? And and it's talking about referring to stable value coins. You know,
of tokens out there are either a currency or a commodity. Chair Gensler, though, is a very smart person. And I say that, Paul, because for all those that are watching this great show that you put on, keep in mind what he did in the Senate and what he did in the House. He used a term that doesn't exist. He referred to stable value coins. Why would he do that? I mean, is he ignorant about the industry? No, not at all. There's something called stable value
okay.
funds that are under the umbrella, the jurisdiction of the SEC. I think it was very intentional. And I think
Yeah.
what he's doing right now is very intentional. In fact, right now with
Now, did you now you heard him talking about Gary Gensler? He feels that he's being, you know, that he's intentionally doing what he was doing to, speaking on a stable. Hold on, let me go back again. That I just want to get that right. Hold on for a second. I'm sorry. Oh, stable value coins. And being that it doesn't make any sense. You know, like he said, why would he do that? And and he was talking about there's something called stable value funds, and it's under the roof of the SEC. You know, and they pretty much, as he said, he feels this is intentional. And Supana, really, the people he was saying how the administration and everything is trying to, he's saying he's speculating, but pretty much we know that the administration and stuff that's always been leaking out. It's always let's get it, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. It's always been leaking out, and these leaks are not like, you got water and the plumbing, and it's just so obvious that these things are there, and they're showing proof of what the people are talking about with the corruption, with the what do you call above the law type of mentality, that they can do what they want and not have to answer to the people, not have to answer to the law, or pretty much, run things according to what is in our Constitution and our rights. You know what I mean? But to go against it and take it and use other aspects of the law if they can to try to, give them some legitimacy in what they're doing. So pretty much continue to listen on, and it's just sad what we have to deal with.
in the administration, I think what they're trying to do, and this is just a speculation on my part, but my belief is they are trying to gain control over this incredibly fast growing, very lucrative industry and offering for several reasons. One,
Right.
they think it's a challenge to the central currency, right? They want to be able to control that. So they've got outrageous.
Okay, so, and if you heard that, he's saying their idea would of the administration and the likes of them gaining control, kind of implementing or emulating the communist China. And you see, and this is what many people have been speaking about, of the different aspects of how government and how the government agencies and stuff are going down in line, and then even dealing with the vaccination controversy that's going on, which I'm not trying to get into. but all these different aspects and factors that are out there to clarify what we've been dealing with, let alone what we're still even dealing with now today in 2021, going into a new year soon, inshallah. You know, so it's a shame. It's a real shame, and we just got to keep on going. But I think this video is going to be a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, because I wanted to let this this congressman continue to speak, and some stuff he hit. But what I'll do, you know what? Matter of fact, I'll do a part 2, and we're gonna come back. So just bear with me. I'm gonna cut this video down because it's 37 minutes so far, and I don't like to keep the videos too long, and just have still the people to be involved and stay involved.